Okay, I think we're probably gonna just talk about why I was away. I don't really understand how I'm gonna go about this because it's been like a good about 4 months since I properly posted. Oh. Yeah, no, I lied. We're not talking about why I was away. That'll be for a different video. We're talking about this heck of a thing that just occurred 12 hours ago. Alright, just for a little bit of context here, I was not watching NXT when this dropped, when this absolute 2020's pipe bomb dropped. Like, alright, Cena retirement tour aside, this is the first true pipe bomb, air quote pipe bomb, that's happened in over 15 years in my, somewhat influenced opinion. And for it to not only be from somebody who's been poorly handled by Triple H, somebody who's, somewhat involved with the pipe bomb, but also be the first time in what's literally, actually been 15 years again. So, just to weigh in with my take here, this is Grayson Waller we're talking about. This is somebody who was called up to the main roster only to be buried, dragged around in the mud with somebody like Austin Theory, which, to be fair, inside tangent here, holy crap, I need water. Austin Theory is a very talented person. However, he is not somebody that's been very well used under Triple H. Neither has Grayson Waller, but that's besides the point. Hold up, water break. Anyway, hold up. How do I put this? This is one of many superstars that I believe should have been handled better up in the main roster. Granted, at the time when I did see him debut, I think it was 2023. I think it was, because that was the 2023 draft. He got put onto the main roster, and then I saw him for a little bit. I was like, eh. And this is when I believe when I was an actual mark. And if you don't know what a mark is, I'll probably put it on screen within the next 10 seconds. Anyway, what is it? He was built as a somewhat decent heel. He's kind of the heel that you're kind of like Dominic Mysterio. He's the one where you'd always boo no matter what. That made him a pretty good heel, I'm not gonna lie, now that I look back at it in the retrospect. But then nothing happened, and then Elimination Chamber 2024 happened. There's probably going to be images on the screen that isn't just me playing Azerlane. But then we go to Elimination Chamber, where he's put up against, well, not up against anybody, but he has the Waller Effect interview, which I'm also only now realizing that hasn't truly been a thing for a good year or two. Hold up, another water break. I'm absolutely going off the balls to the walls with this talking. Then you have the Waller Effect. I think, it was in Perth, Australia. Waller was getting flamed by Cody and Seth. Waller got, obviously, if I remember correctly, Waller got mad. Then he got stomped at Crossroads. And then he teamed up with Austin Theory, which is probably both the best and in my opinion, the worst part of his current, or was his current, kind of tenure in wrestling. More specifically with WWE and NXT. And the main issue I do have with that tag team is that I kind of got buried. After they won the tag team titles in the Lincoln Financial Field. Holy crap, I am Canadian, if you cannot tell already by my lack of football knowledge and knowing what stadium is where. Anyway, sorry, chair is very squeaky. Then you have A-Town Down Under, which, I'm going to be honest, for the first little bit, it was pretty good. Not like bad, but at the same time, not the most stellar tag team you could have out there. But then they have all these other talent that comes in, or all the other talent that was being built at the time, like DIY, or what is it? Motor City Machine Guns debuted the Street. Holy crap, I can't remember half these because of how like obscure they made them. Like after like and I think somebody else said it before, but after Punk versus Drew Hell in a Cell, by the way, I love that match, one of my favorite of all time, if not my favorite. But after that, that's kind of like where you could see the kind of downturn in terms of wrestling, in terms of WWE in particular. Like AEW's on a roll right now, I'm not gonna lie, but that's a video for a different time. And I also got to go over Redemption, which will also be a video for a different time. But that specifically aside, back to Waller. With Waller in particular, and with Austin Theory, in my opinion, they kind of buried that tag team to the ground. And with how things split, I honestly thought that Austin Theory would become babyface. A lot of us did. But then he became heel and joined the Vision. That really does not sit right with me in terms of why Austin Theory joined the Vision. Again, these are a lot of videos I'm now realizing I could have done so long ago, but never actually had the time or the effort to commit to something like that. Sorry, guys. But, yeah. And then you just have Waller floating around with the New Day, which already the New Day were kind of getting buried before, they weren't the New Day anymore. But also kind of ironic that Big E's the only one that's left because he's the one that's injured. I'm sorry. But, yeah, they're like, and then you have Waller just being buried, and then he got cursed by Danhausen, which, I don't think he really cursed Waller in that specific metric, if you understand what I'm kind of trying to get at. Anyway. Now we're back here. We are in July. We are very close to August. We are close to SummerSlam. But that's not the point, because now he's in NXT. And he cuts this incredible promo at the beginning of the show. Granted, I have to rewatch this whole thing now, because this isn't like an arguably really good show that I should probably watch this time. And not that I've been actually paying attention to any WWE TV as of late. AEW rules. But yeah, they're finally, and specifically with NXT, after Obafemi left, it kind of fell off for me a little bit. But after specifically Stand and Deliver, they've been rebuilding all this talent because all the talent got poached. But they now have this talent, and they brought back Grayson Waller to cut this incredible promo about how nobody is ready, how everybody specifically in the men's roster has gone soft. Air quotes, put that on the screen. But now you have a slightly more established star come back, and honestly, with my slight bias with Grayson Waller, as I've seen him grow as a talent in the WWE further, I think he should get a NXT World Championship reign at least once, because with this run, this already feels like a new start. Granted, I'm probably spouting my mouth a good bit about my hopes for this. But, and this is a big but, not Lola Voice level, not Stephanie Vaquer level, but holy fat cheeks. Anyway, I think that this is a very good sign, specifically for NXT. Regular WWE is getting absolutely flamed. That is all I have to say. And this is what I think is going to be really good for somebody like Waller and for NXT as a whole. That's pretty much it. Now don't forget to like and subscribe, or else Drew McIntyre will show up under your bed tonight. Hooray!